Network Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Pio Ontiveros, and this is Let's Talk. On this show or podcast, what we do is we try and unbox, unpack, and decode things. This time around, I have a very interesting pair of guests. One of them, I'm quite close to. As a matter of fact, I call him Malacanang. Ba't doon akong nag-umpisa, no? Malacanang kasi dati, spokesperson siya ni President Noynoy Aquino. So, Malacanang, okay? Attorney, spokesperson, the Honorable Edwin Lasierda.
Hello,
Hi,
Pia.
Edwin. And ang kasama niya ay yung kapartner niya sa kanilang podcast. Sa pag-usapan din namin yan in a little bit. Attorney Barry Gutierrez, another familiar face. One of the faces, one of the spokespersons of the opposition before. Hi, Barry.
Ay. Sana dishonorable Barry
Honorable.
Diba?
Sorry. Ay, hindi. O nga pala, honorable kasi nag-akbayan congressman ka rin pala, di ba?
Which actually means dapat dishonorable talaga.
Dishonorable ba yon? Anyway, well, let's start muna with you have a podcast, okay? So it's called The Insiders. Tell me about it.
So we call ourselves the insiders because both of
Kasi
us work
insider
in
kayo.
government. So we had
Yeah.
insider knowledge, insider
Yeah.
information. And tamang-tama, as planned to, I thought of putting up one. And serendipitously, he was also thinking of
Yeah.
putting up one. So sabi ko, why don't we just combine
Mm-hmm.
our pull together, let's pull together and just form a...
Para may kausap kayo, parang ganon.
Ano mga ibang pangalan na gusto natin, di ba? It
Like-
had an evolution. Ano ba?
Sige.
Actually, the spokes was
The
one.
The spokes. Okay. And then so the Insiders, what else? What other titles
Podium
do you
or
think of?
something, di ba? May
Podium?
Behind the podium. Mga ganyan.
Napaka-predictable naman.
Oo nga.
And then I think it was Barry who thought about the insiders. Okay yun. So,
Okay. And how's your podcast doing?
ikaw na, Barry.
We currently have, 33,000 subscribers.
Wow.
But ako, the thing I'm most optimistic about is we have 33,000 subscribers, but we average upwards of 50,000 views per...
Wow, galing.
So yung last two natin about the impeachment, over 150,000.
Sinong guest nyo doon?
Joel Chua,
Uy, sounds familiar.
Congressman of Manila.
And,
Batang Quiapo. Kasama ko yan.
okay. And who? Dalawang episode.
Siya pareho.
Siya din. Para part
Kasi
1, part 2.
last 2 weeks, we've been covering yung hearings, the evidentiary hearings in the House of Representatives. So, it's him dahil, well, siya yung insider.
Yeah,
He's a member of the committee.
Yeah. Di wow, di ba? Siya talaga. Anyway. And, pero para bang ang focus nyo is politics, politika? Hindi rin?
Yes, current events. But one of the things that we strive to establish with any of yung guests, including political figures, is that this is a space not just to talk about politics, but also to introduce them in their, well, the more personal aspects of their lives. So
okay.
we do long form. So our episodes are more or less more than 60 minutes. It always goes beyond 60 minutes. Fundamentally, we try to also, like what Barry said, you try to humanize our guests.
Why they're inhuman or something?
No, because people just take for granted
Yeah.
na politiko sila. So,
Oo,
but there's always
na parang
something behind that particular person. So,
Yeah.
get to know them. Plus also, it's also an opportunity for us to inform and educate also our viewers. Kasi sometimes we take for granted, for instance, some legal terms, some procedures, some processes.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Barry used to be a congressman. So, I would defer to him anything about Congress. Di ba?
Parliamentary procedures.
And he's a
ganun,
subject matter expert. So, it's easy for him to explain
Yeah.
in a deeper way.
Oo. That's nice. Parang educating people.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we presume they know impeachment halimbawa. Yun pala, maraming hindi
One of
nila,
the things that we had, a very successful guest that we had was Secretary Butchabad. Everybody took for granted budget. Turns out it was so, it's a very, I always say it's very esoteric. But when I told Butch, explain natin ng maayos yan kasi kailangan maintindihan ng tao. Kasi panay numbers yan. Ang mga Pilipino hindi mahilig sa numbers. So, he explained it very well. So, it became so alive, no?
Yeah.
And it parang well past yung actual live broadcasts. it was being shared as some kind of budget 101 video
Yes.
by a lot of
Galing,
people.
galing.
So,
Yeah. Oo. Para bang beyond the news, beyond the headlines talaga.
We don't,
Kasi,
sometimes
yeah.
we don't touch. For, itong impeachment lang, we're just, because it's medyo current siya. But otherwise, we talk about anything. Not necessarily current events. But we have a portion where we talk about some current events. But for instance, it's budget. Walang ano yan, walang panahon yan.
Yeah.
So,
What do you do at the end of the podcast nga? Parang may saying ba yun? Ano yun? Ano yun?
joke time.
A joke ba? A joke!
joke time ko.
Yung isang napanood ko, paano nga ba yung joke mo? Parang hindi ko na-get.
Ano yun?
Nakalimutan ko na
Yung
nga.
Indigo, hindi.
Ha? I forgot na nga eh. Pero, but so, wait. Okay, parang yun talaga yung pinag-interesan yung joke.
Ano mo, serendipity. But,
Oh.
people think, by the way,
Oo.
kaya ang tawag ni Pia
Ay,
sa
oo nga
akin,
pala, nga
Malacanang, kasi nasa palasyo ako. Ang
Yeah,
tawag ko naman
spokesman
sa
ni Noy.
kanya,
Oo.
Cam Crame.
Cam Crame.
Dahil si
Because of my
Arvin,
husband.
taga-Cam Crame. That's
Yeah.
our code to each other.
Oo. Yeah, so nagtatawa, hello, Malacanang, hello, Camp Crame. Okay.
Pero that was just akala ng tao really that I'm a very serious person. Pero actually,
You're not?
no, I'm not.
You're not.
Joke ako ng joke. So, sabi ko, lagyan natin ng joke portion
Okay.
yan. Somebody told me, and it was only, I shared it with Barry and our team, na, what you're doing is good, but giving jokes kasi, some people think that the mga Dilawans are so full of themselves.
So you are Dilawan.
I am Dilawan, and he's Pinklawan.
Pinklawan.
yung aming opening episode, we addressed that. And we
Yeah.
said that in this particular podcast, hindi na kayo magpapanggap na
Yes.
kami ay trying to be objective, hindi kami
Yeah.
we're clear. This is what
This
we
is-
are,
yeah.
this is what we stand for. And whatever we say here, you have to bear that in mind, diba? We
Yeah.
try to be fair, but we're not going to
Oo.
pretend
Yeah.
to be
No,
something
you're not
we're not.
expected to be fair because you're not naman parading as journalists or
Plus,
anything.
more than
diba?
being
Oo.
yellow, I think we're coming from a perspective of we've experienced good governance.
Mm.
We've lived it. That's why we try as much as we can to share our experiences as part of government before what are our best practices.
Yeah,
Of
okay.
course, we're not perfect, but at the very least, there is an alternative to what we're seeing now or during the time of Duterte.
Oo. Pero sandali lang, balik muna tayo dun sa mga joke. So, talagang kinukurate nyo yan. I mean, syempre, alam naman you can just say it on the fly, di ba? You think about it well.
Inisip
Right?
na.
No.
He thinks about it.
He thinks about
I
it,
will
not
not
you.
involve myself in that particular.
Marami ako mga joke na panahon nung bata pa ako.
Okay. O sige, sample nga ng isang joke that you shared on the podcast, on your podcast. Let's see if I'll laugh.
Yung traffic light joke.
Anong kulay ng traffic light na go?
Yeah. Go, red! Ay, pala green! Oh my God! Go, did you say go?
Go, syempre.
Go.
Green, tama ka.
Ba't ako nag-red? Sabi yellow. Ba't ako
Kasi
nag-confused?
naghahanda ka na sa joke ko.
Anong joke doon?
Wala pa.
Wala. Okay. Oh, and then?
Ano ang kulay ng traffic light na dahan-dahan?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Oh.
Ano ang kulay ng traffic light na stop?
Red.
Hindi.
What?
Colorblind ka kasi.
What?
Alam mo ano?
Ano?
Indigo. Indigo, di ba?
O, explain mo sa mga tao, yung indigo is another, for blue.
Hindi, pero indigo.
Indigo. I know, hindi,
Yes, color
go.
blue.
Yeah.
Isa pa,
Okay.
meron ako.
Ang corny pag in-explain mo yung joke. Okay.
Ano ang
sige, so,
opposite ng prosecution? Kasi now we're talking about impeachment.
defense.
Defense. Ano ang opposite ng public hearing?
Executive session.
Galing.
Galing.
Galing ni
Galing.
Journalist.
CNN,
Nagko-cover ako.
CNN.
Okay.
Anong opposite ng kasi si Paulo Marcoleta? Ano Paulo Marcoleta?
Paano Marcoleta?
He was not a member but he's allowed to manifest.
Yes. Oh.
Anong opposite ng manifest?
Destiny.
Hindi.
And then, wait.
Mag-aral ka.
Oh my God. Hindi ko alam.
Give up?
Oh yeah.
Makafal.
Ano? Manifest. Kakainis ka, nag-iisip tuloy ako.
Ang lalim mo kasi mag-isip.
Manifest, makapa.
Manipis!
Ano ka? Bisaya? Manifest? Ganun.
Bisaya talaga ako.
Okay. So, yun yung mga jokes mo.
Oh, this lang yan.
Parang pero said with such a tone of disappointment.
Minsan on the fly, minsan
Minsan
nag-iisip lang, biglang
Okay. I have several jokes
sige.
in reserve and I will pass them on to you.
Oh, okay.
Sige.
Okay, para gumanda ang ratings niyo. Wait,
Well, pero
syempre,
to be fair, meron kami mga viewers na yun ang hinihintay.
Yeah,
For
then
the
when
show.
the first time I watched, sabi ko, uy, ang ganda may joke sa huli. Tingnan
Yeah.
ko nga kung ano. Yun, pinaghihintay.
Yun ang
hinihintay
hinihintay.
talaga. Yeah, okay.
Pero not all are...
Sige, I'll check all your episodes and then if fast forward ko doon
Sa joke sa dulo.
Pero alam mo, kasi ako, corny ako. So, kahit na corny yung joke, ito hindi natatawa. Natatawa
Wait a
talaga
minute,
ako.
corny ka? Ha?
Hindi, kasi yung mga
Seryoso
jokes,
parating usapan natin, pero
kahit-
kailan ka naging corny?
Hindi, kahit na corny ang joke ko, natatawa ko sa sarili ko. I am very bad at delivering jokes, actually.
Okay. Yeah, manifest. Manifest. Indigo. Okay. Anyway, wait. Sige. So, pag-usapan na natin yung dapat pag-usapan.
Okay.
Sige. So, 2028. So, di ba lately lang, nag-announce na si Leonie na ayaw niyang tumakbo. Sabi niya, hindi ako manational. Parang gano'n. Siyempre, nakatingin na ako kay Barry kasi siya talaga yung dapat sumagot. So, we are going to take her at her word. She is really not going to run no matter what anybody does or anybody says.
She addressed that in the follow-up interview. Kasi yung latest quote saying na hindi siya tatakbo came from a local radio interview
Right.
sa Naga. And then the following day, she gave another interview in Naga City Hall where she addressed that directly. Tinanong siya, Ma'am, madami nagsasabi that they will mobilize, they will try and create a clamor. Sagot niya basically, silin na yan. Basta dito na ako. Diba? Yun yung
Okay.
point.
And since you know her very well, she is telling the truth. She is not going
naman
to ganon. Hindi naman siya magsisinungaling.
Bibi Lenny is not
always
the
an
kind
honest
of person
kind
to play mga ganyan mga mala Duterte na laro na hindi ako tatakbo
keeping
pero
you
actually
guessing. Oo.
hindi. When she says something that direct, she means it. So
okay.
as of now, 'di ba? Yan yung decision niya and as she said with an air of exasperation
Na
Ito
parang
na naman
ang kulit
yung sinasabi
niyo.
ko na paulit-ulit Kayo lang naman ang hindi naniniwala
Oo, bakit nyo kailangan akong interviewin ulit?
Yeah.
Sinabi
Kasi
ko
nung
na.
last
ganon.
February 5, when they all met, sila Risa, Bam, Butch, Frank, Lenny,
Kiko.
Kiko. She
Laila.
said, and Laila, and Chel, she said in that meeting na, I've already told you na hindi ako tatakbo. Ang problema, hindi kayo naniniwala sa akin. So that interview on radio in Naga was her first public statement that she's not running for a national post.
Oo. But for some reason, there are people, especially those who voted for her, still want her to run. No, and are parang holding on. I don't know, is it a Pinoy thing or it's like, di ba, when you're so in love, parang you clutch onto straws or anything, di ba? Parang they still want her to run and they're hoping she will change her mind or they're hoping that no, she's going to surprise us later on. She's going to announce in October that I'm going to run.
Ako, iba-iba yung pinanggagalingan. Tingin ko, madami talagang tao, particularly those who were active in the 2022 campaign, totga nila si Lenny. Diba? The one that got away. Diba? So, they're still hopeful that 2028 might be an opportunity to make her president when we miss the chance in 2022. So, I get that. Other people, tingin ko, mas numero tinitingnan. They look at the surveys. Sara Duterte is polling at high 30s, low 40s. And then the nearest person, according sa Okta, is 21. In other surveys, it's 18. Is Lenny Robredo. So they think if we want to have any chance of beating Sara, we should choose the person with
the one who comes
who's
in
in
number
second
2
place,
to her.
diba?
Oo.
And that's her.
But this
diba?
survey came out after she announced na hindi talaga ako tatakbo,
Yeah,
diba?
pero before that, sa lahat naman ng mga surveys, siya yung number 2. So whether it's 18
But there was Rafi
or
kasi,
15.
yung isang survey, may Rafi ka pa.
Yeah,
Oo.
pero ang yellow-pink crowd naman will never will not default to a Rafi Tulfo. They will choose someone from within their rank. So, si Lenny yun, di ba? Sa ganung conversation.
It's a good, it's a good thing that she already expressed that publicly because I've always been saying that because there was an expectation for her to run, the numbers of Risa and Bam were being suppressed by the expectation of the people for Lenny to run. So that's why the people, when they're asked, there's an expectation that Lenny will run, they will choose Lenny as the candidate. So kaya mababa ang numbers nila Lenny, ni Risa at saka ni Bam. But like I've said before, there were already commission surveys na what if we take out the name of Lenny and the numbers will really rise up. I mean, the numbers...
Nagawa na yun?
Nagawa
Yung
na
wala
yan.
pangalan?
It's just commission lang. So it's not public. But I've seen those numbers. I think Barry and I have seen those numbers. And the numbers rose exponentially. So that means if it's clear that Lenny is not running, so the people will look for another one. So and there's a choice. There's a choice of whether it's Risa, there's a Bam, or some others. Ega is posting now the name of Mar. Rojas.
Oo.
So there are candidates. Hindi tayo magkukulan ng kayang magpatakbo ng gobyerno.
So at this point, you're saying that parang we should move on na. Parang ganon.
Because, this is my
Gulit,
favorite saying.
because...
My favorite saying from Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada, nostalgia is not a strategy. It is not. So we have to, because otherwise we'll be wasting so much time
And
instead
energy
of looking
and
for
effort.
and energy looking for
Or trying to convince her to run.
Whereas we could start telling Sina Risa, let's start preparing, or Sina Bam.
Yeah.
Present yourself to the
it's-
public.
Yeah, but it's May 2026, 2 years before the elections.
Yeah.
Isn't it a bit too late? I mean, shouldn't you guys have chosen your candidate last year? Di ba?
Ako tingin ko 2 years is still enough time. It's barely enough time, but yeah, I think there's still time. Provided that the decision happens
Within May?
within a few months.
A few months pa? You're gonna give it a
Ako,
few
I
months
would
pa?
extend it up to realistically last quarter or maybe
Talaga?
start ng last quarter. Yeah. Naman yan eh.
Parang the consensus, there's really no consensus yet, but they're looking at, for instance, end of the year.
And
End of the year pa. Why
But
is there no...
there are other-
But why is there no consensus? I mean,
They only met once. So that's just the first meeting of those people that I mentioned a while
Yeah.
ago. So they have to come up again and to really just settle on the process because
yeah.
the-
Ay,
what-
pero
what-
why can't they just, fix it already? Kasi, ano yan, nagkakahiyaan ba sila or what?
Well,
or
partly. At sa tingin
what's
ko kasi,
happening? What's going on?
well, sa tingin ko talaga, to a large extent, what has slowed down the process, quite honestly, is the belief of a lot of yung mga leaders na Lenny would still change her mind. So now that she has come out publicly and definitively said, sa pangnaga na lang ako, dito ako mag-retire. Di ba? Wala akong interest sa national position. I think that sends a clear message that, we should start preparing for, the scenario where hindi talaga siya tutuloy. Di ba? So,
that's the example of inertia and stasis. Now we've spent so much time hoping that Lenny will run. And finally, she decided. And now those who are part of the process, who are doing the process, should now move forward. And like what Barry has always, the other day when Lenny asked that, hindi siya available mag-interview. So people were calling me up. Sabi ko, can you please just ask if Attorney Barry Gutierrez is available? Since he's a spokesperson, if he's not available, then
he was the former spokesperson.
I will. So I had to call up, Barry, ano ba? Hindi ako pwede. He was busy. Sabi, ano bang sasabihin ko rito? So, but it was really tama sabi ni Barry, the advice that he gave everyone, take her word for it. So talagang yan. And then let's just move on. Diba? Para tapos na yan. So we can start moving na. Kasi imagine mo, February sila nag-meet, ngayon, April, magme-May na, wala na nangyari. Mabuti nagsalita. To her credit, finally she spoke and issued a statement that I am not running for national position.
Di ba earlier you said, so Feb 5 nung nag-meeting sila, sinabi na niya doon sa
Sinabi
meeting na
na
yun.
niya
Hindi
doon.
naman na publicize well, parang gano'n. No? I mean, hindi lumabas
Because
eh. Diba?
sa loob,
Because it
tama
was
sabi ni
agreed
Barry,
na tahimik muna.
Hindi yun. Because tama sabi ni Barry, within that group, may expectation pa rin na sana mag-decision siyang tumakbo.
Kasi, yeah.
So they were like hopeful or baka nahihiya sila. I mean, di ba it's a common Pinoy thing. Nakakahiya kasi. So, di ba?
and partly tingin ko is hopeful na magabago pa
Hopeful.
isip niyan. Di ba? And,
Because nangyari na rin.
well, noong 2021
Yeah.
kasi, I think, yun din ang pinanggagalingan ng iba. Nung una, ayaw niya.
Yeah.
But then, he was prevailed upon by the public clamor to change her mind. So, she she declared noong October 7. So, there's that. Pero, yun nga, iba to eh. This is a different situation.
I asked
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
Actually, I asked Barry, sa tingin mo ba, ito, seryoso na to, na hindi na siya and si Barry, explain mo nga bakit heavy sa kanya yung naga.
Hindi, it's a lot of things. But principally, tingin ko, she felt that napabayaan niya ang Naga in all the years that she was...
Or she feels safe in Naga.
That's part of it. Yung reluctance niya to go back into this extremely vicious political environment that we had to live through for 6 years when we were in OVP. Kasi ako...
Right.
Baka nagka-PTSD kayo.
Ako, as someone who had a front row seat to all yung mga atake nun at yung mga paninira nun, I can confidently say na unless you live through it, you won't understand how stressful and how much of a toll it took. So at tingin ko, part of that is ayaw na niyang bumalik doon. And understandable yon. The other part is tingin talaga niya, she didn't discharge yung kanyang duty sa Naga mismo.
Naga. Yeah.
So part of that's the reason why she ran for mayor and not congressman.
Not Congress.
For example.
Kasi executive. You can,
she wanted to go back and
and she's bringing so many great projects to Naga.
Yun yung point. And
Yeah.
sinabi rin niya during the last interview, I think na mas magaling ako sa ginagawa ko dito compared sa kung magna-national ali ako na maaaring we can disagree with that. Tingin ko naman, madami siya nagawang okay nung she was vice president. But this is the kind of work that she prefers. Maski naman nung nasa OVP kami, I thought that she was happiest when we were doing Angat Buhay, community level projects. Nung, So ako, she's repeatedly said, ito ang preference niya. She's repeatedly said, sa tingin ko, ito dapat yung mas may maitutulong ako. So, di ba, if we really view her as our leader, then we should also respect yung agency ng tao. Di ba? Which is what I have been saying from the start.
So, a few days ago, she makes that announcement in that local radio station. And then, I mean, predictably, yung iba feeling nila talagang she's the one that got away, let's hold on to her. Yeah. But you guys are saying, no, we have to move on. However, there's that committee ba yun? That group of people who are supposed to make that decision.
No, they're not supposed to make the decision.
They're supposed to facilitate the process.
So ang mag-agree is yung mga possible candidates. Sino?
I think the end of that whole process is there has to be an objective metric by which you determine who will be the opposition candidate.
And that objective metric is the survey.
The objective metric is a quantitative metric, which is survey. So survey will only, in the same way that right now we're looking at Lenny as a number one because her numbers are the highest among the opposition candidates. So you have to have just one.
So who's going to do that?
Which is why that's also part of the decision is kaninong survey firm din ang gagamitin. Kasi there's ang dami na nagsasabi na they're doubting already a number of the survey firms. But they have to finally decide. But between that, the term that they're using right now is primary. Maybe explain what the primary is.
Well, it's
like
not,
the primaries in the US.
It's not a primary in the sense that we understand primaries in the US. Because to begin with, wala namang political party.
Diba? Right.
And so there's no real way to conduct, let's say, a floor vote.
Right.
And even if we did have a primary like in 1991 for FBR versus Mitra, hindi rin naman na-respeto yung ano. So anyway.
That was a primary then?
That was a primary. Di
So
ba yung
young,
LDB?
LDB.
Uy, grabe ka, Edwin.
Ng
Mas
LDP.
matanda ka sa akin. Ano ka ba? I was covering.
Talaga?
Ano
I
ba?
I was in
isa
high
ka
school.
pa.
Come on.
Wag kayo. Hindi, di ba? LDP. So,
nag-break away
FBR versus Mitra.
Yeah,
Panalo
I
si
remember.
Monching Mitra. Breakaway si...
FBR.
And then he got the endorsement from the president.
naglakas and then kandidato ni Cory Ek. But anyway, okay. So there will be a primary.
Well, a primary in the sense that there is an agreement na, okay, umiko tayo for the next few months. Pagdating ng cut-off period, which is what the committee will determine.
Why do you say take that committee?
Well,
Because
ang feeling ko kasi napaka informal to a certain extent.
it's so informal.
I think they're calling themselves a facilitator group.
Facilitator.
Yung facilitators,
So, mas
tayo dun. Iba pa yung
a council of elders? Ano sila? Ganun.
they have a name.
I forgot.
RFID.
Ano yung RFID? Ano yung RFID?
I don't know.
Uy!
There's a meaning to it.
What? What's the RFID?
I forget.
Oh, you
Anyway.
don't forget. You
Radio
just don't wanna
frequency.
tell us.
Hindi ko maalala, honestly.
RFID.
Anyway.
Okay. Sige.
But anyway, the idea there is, okay, so we'll agree on a cutoff. I think as of now, it's end of the year. Parang
Yeah.
ganon di ba? Okay.
Parang that's so late, ah.
And then there's a survey. And then whoever is ahead sa survey, all yung mga interesado will agree, o sige, susuportahan natin yung taong yan.
Okay.
Yun.
So yun yung ano.
Exciting.
Yun. So, it's a very, very loose idea of a primary.
Whose idea was that? Or that,
I have no idea who started it, but it just...
But yan yung
But,
naging consensus dun sa grupo na yun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yun yung
Para hindi
idea.
mapahiya yung iba, ganon.
Hindi, kasi hindi makapag-agree on, kasi nga walang party eh.
Yeah.
So how do you, mag-aaway kayo, sino boboto?
Yeah.
Kung primary na, in the classic sense, sino yung delegates?
Okay.
So rather than do that, then mag-focus lang tayo on who's the most winnable.
Okay. And
then
the-
we all
yeah.
agree that we will back that person.
We have expressed some impatience because, number one, Sara Duterte has already announced and declared
Exactly.
herself.
Yeah.
So the tendency is, so they're looking for, saan ako mamamahay? A congressman, a local political leader. Walang bahay sa opposition.
Yeah. Saan ako sisilong?
So, sisilong pala, sorry. So sisilong ko. So nagdeklara na si Sara, there's now movement, whether it's true or not, papunta kay Sara. So by the time magde-decide ka, sino po matitira? Kailangan mo pa rin ng command votes. I mean, there are two kinds of votes, diba? The market votes and the command votes. So, yun ang yung mga politiko are also looking for cover. I'll give you an example, a fun example. In the last election, our friend Ege Erice has been pushing si Lenny.
Ngayon?
Itong
Ngayon?
2021.
Nung una, pinupush ba niya?
Di ba? Parang sabi, mag-decide ka na kung tatakbo ka. Kasi, but si Lenny hindi nag-decide. So, he became Aksyon Demokratiko. Di ba? Kaya, and then, a week after, nagdeklara si Lenny. Ngayon naman, si Egay, di ba? Ganun na yata ang ano, di ba?
Hindi, ngayon, pinupush si Lenny.
Pinupush
Ngayon,
siya
nagsabi
si
si Lenny
Lenny
na ayaw na, si Mar Rojas
Mar
naman.
naman.
Oo. So,
Okay. Is Mar still interested?
No.
Okay, next. Next.
so but,
Parang there was a, few seconds pause nakaganon si Edwin.
no.
It's okay, Malacanang. Please say it. Whatever you want to say.
No,
Yeah.
but of course, you're looking at competence talaga. Where sila, Risa, sila, Mar, sila Bam are competent. The thing is,
Sonny Trillanes has been mentioned also.
Sunny will not run.
Oh, okay.
Sunny's mission right now is to ensure that Sara Duterte does not become president. He has said it several times already. So he's
Okay.
not running. So
Okay.
because it's an existential threat for
Yeah,
most of
okay.
us if Sara Duterte becomes president.
Yeah, and ang secondary mission niya is to support Risa 110%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Secondary mission ni
Ni Sunny Trillanes.
Sunny
si
Trillanes.
Sunny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Diba?
okay.
So,
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Joelle. I talk for a living and I'm an overthinker. Life keeps going and the questions keep coming. But I hope you find comfort in the fact na hindi ka mag-isa. Ang dami nating overthinker, no? Sa ups and downs, twists and turns ng buhay, paano kung ituloy lang natin ang paghanap ng kasagutan? Ready? Tara! This is Joelle's Podcast. Paano kung? Powered by the Pod Network.
it's important that we really decide to settle for one. And the reason why we're trying to do this is we want to avoid the situation in Wansambayan in the last time. The problem, I told the members, at least me, ang problema nung sa Wansambayan, wala kayong politiko dyan.
Exactly.
You're looking at something like Compre, where there were politicians or private sector that supported Cory Aquino. This time around, there's Sina Frank, Sina Butch, and the others. So there's a healthy mix of private sector and the politicians. So, and I was telling the politician side, kayo dapat ang mag-shepherd nitong proseso na to dahil kayo ang politiko.
Yeah.
So that's where our impatience comes in because ang tagal ng proseso.
Exactly. Or it's dragging, no? And not just dragging, parang nothing's happening.
Oh, but right now,
Nothing's
okay,
happening,
so
diba?
settled na ngayon. Hindi natatakbo si Lenny. What now?
Yun na nga. That's the question sa inyo.
That's
diba?
how we should,
What now?
We will tell them, mga politiko dyan, na.
Actually, ang idea naman talaga is the candidates or those interested should just go and do their thing.
And they're doing it already.
Yeah. And
Diba?
then let's just see each other whenever it is that yun lang kailangan mag-agree on when the decision is going to be made and exactly
They
what
haven't
we're
agreed
going
on
to do.
that.
Alam mo ang problema kasi talaga, and I don't know if Barry agrees with this. I've seen, if you want to run for president, you must really want the presidency kasi it's a
Yeah,
heavy
you have
burden,
to want it. Hindi yung parang napipilitan ka lang. Hindi, di ba? Di ba?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with saying na, yeah, I want to run for president. At least that way, people know that you're serious. Di ba? Di ba dapat ganon?
Yeah. Okay naman ako. Pero I've always found kasi that the central irony dun sa the whole thing na yan is the people na gustong-gusto are hindi mo naman mapagkatiwalaan.
Who are you referring to? Grabe.
Hindi. Di ba? Parang yung mga gigil na gigil. Usually, ang tanong mo is, ito ba yung mga tao mapagkatiwalaan natin with power? Whereas those people who
Or reluctant.
demonstrate some reluctance. Di ba?
Ay, ayokong tumakbo.
Oo nga, ba't hindi na lang kayo tumakbo?
Kasi even si Noynoy Aquino, 'di ba? Hindi naman niya inambisyon 'yan eh. 'Di ba? He was kinda the candidate of the moment, 'di ba?
Pero
Yun
when
yun.
he decided,
Exactly.
All
Iba
out.
'yon. Obviously pag nag-decide ka na.
Oh.
all
But I
out.
remember telling somebody in his circle after Cory's burial, so do you know the moment that I realized that Noy was going to be president? The minute he got down from the bus and started to walk. Nung funeral ni
Yung
Cory.
funeral.
And then the guy, you know him.
you're close to him. Sinabi mo sa kanya yun?
Sino? No,
Eh,
not Noy. I said, I told someone else. And then he looked at me like that.
But you're close to Noy. You never told him?
I don't think, no, I don't. I'm not, I
Close
can't
ito
remember.
eh.
Ganun.
Ito talagang nadediretso yan si Noy.
Talaga? What?
So dapat pala siya si Malacanang eh.
Tapos siya si Barangay.
Sabi ko, Camp Krabi. Anyway, okay. So, teka ha. Yung, di ba sabi nyo, dapat may survey. Di ba?
Yeah.
Dapat may survey. And it will include the names of everyone in the opposition who are interested in running for president.
So far, dalawa pa lang naman na nagdeklara eh. Di ba?
I think
Sino pa ba
yung
iba?
format will be candidate A versus Sara Duterte, candidate B versus
Yes.
Sara Duterte who performs better.
Okay. Bakit dalawa lang?
Sila lang dalawa.
Well,
Dalawa lang.
as
Because-
an example. Pero dalawa lang
okay.
kasi so parang nag-indicate
Si
ng
Sarah, si Risa at saka si
si
Bam.
Bam pa lang ang
Grabe
nag-indicate ng
naman,
kanilang
si Sarah, si Risa.
sila dalawa pa lang yung
Dalawa pa
nag-indicate
lang.
ng kanilang openness.
Pero kasi alam mo, sa totoo lang, napansin ko, ako personally, si Sarah ang binabanatan niya, at least yung mga DDS, binabanatan niya si Risa. Wala silang banat kay Bam. Sa totoo lang.
And, yeah. What does that mean?
Kasi, like for instance, kung si Lenny tumakbo, tama sabi ni Barry, 6 na taon nilang binakbakan si Barry at saka si Lenny. Alam nila paano bakbakan si Lenny. Si Risa is the new entity na hindi nila alam, bago, babae, matapang, virtues that Sarah also possess. So, parang nagkakaroon sila ng parang pinapantayan nila. Ito magiging banta kay Sarah. Si Bam kasi, so far, tahimik. Wala masyadong banat sa kanya. So, di ba?
Natatawa si Barry.
Paano ba babalatan si Sen Bam? Ang dami niya sinasabi na position actually ng mga Duterte. Like hindi
which one?
Yung famous,
and
yung
in fairness,
famous ideally point niya, di ba?
Ideally, yeah. I've been trying to invite him.
Di ba?
Hindi na
Parang
magkatugma ang
yung,
sked. Okay.
yung the now notorious ideally statement,
Oo.
talk point yun ng mga Duterte. Di ba? I mean,
Baka mali lang yung pagkasabi.
hindi.
Mali yung framing.
No, he
Hindi.
meant that. He really meant that if he had his way, Duterte would have been charged here and not before the ICC.
From a lawyer's perspective, mahirap talaga. Kasi
Yeah.
in justice system natin, lahat ng mga justices, mga judges, more or less appointed ng presidente, meron siyang tayong Pilipino, malaki ang utang na loob eh.
Yeah.
So, it's mas maganda talaga objectively. Even we interviewed Congressman Chel Jokno, another practicing lawyer, litigation lawyer to boot. Talagang sabi niya, dapat
Tsaka
doon
someone who's
Doon
actually,
talaga.
like me, has actually represented people who have
Yeah.
been victimized nung drug war. Di ba? So,
Speaking of former President Duterte in The Hague, no? So how is his detention there going to impact on? Because diba, parang everybody's saying, okay, Sarah's going to win because the sympathy vote for her father will translate for votes for her. Parang ganon. Is it that was like a few months back. Is that going to be the reality come election day?
Ako
Para
tingin
yan
ko, whatever gain na meron silang nakuha doon has already happened. Her numbers have not moved substantially since even the declaration that she was going to be running for president, kailan ba?
Feb 18. Feb
Yeah.
18.
Did not move her numbers any significant amount. So sa tingin ko, yan na yun. Now, it's a different conversation if, something happens.
Yeah.
Ibang usapan yun. But as of now, yung whatever gain or sympathy for her and consequently negative effects sa administration has already happened last year. Nung, in the
And
aftermath.
by the way, this is what we've been saying also, that the numbers of Sara are not, in the words of Barry, not prohibitive, because her numbers prior to the WR numero was around 50 plus. And that was wala siyang kalaban, she declared. So, and if you compare her to, for instance, former President Erap Estrada, his numbers were stratospheric, 70 plus. He hasn't even declared yet. He was really what Barry would describe as a prohibitive candidate. Sara's in the 50s. That's not
50s
invincible.
at best.
And now WR numero says she's in her
30s.
in her 30s. So she's not invincible. She's not unbeatable. Obviously, because there are certain traits that was not translatable, that could not translate to Sara. Diba? There are many qualities that she exhibited which were totally repugnant to someone who's a Duterte, perhaps a Duterte follower, like the famous midnight rant. I mean, so unpredictably just ranting against. That was the time that he was planning to say, I will assassinate or I'll hire contract killers to kill the president. So these are moments of instability. Sometimes you wonder, is she the right candidate for us? So she's not invincible in the same manner that Erap was. So there is a way, we should not look at it as sa kanya na ang presidente. Kung di tayo gumalaw ngayon, siya na magiging pangulo.
Which is also yung reason for yung aking belief that there's time. Of course, it's not an unlimited amount of time, clearly.
Yeah.
But it's not yet too late at this point. Because yung numbers ni VP Sara haven't really been... I mean, she's obviously leading. And,
Right.
she obviously has the advantage. If the election were held today, which is the common refrain, she would win. But that's precisely it. The election is not being held today. And yung numbers na yan, I think, are not unassailable.
What is remarkable is what Barry said. Because whenever you declare,
There's a bump.
you experience a bump of 3 to 5 points.
Yeah.
Sara,
How many points?
3 to 5 points.
3 to 5.
at best.
Okay.
Diba? When I told Lenny that takbo ka, and I told her she was 6% at that point, sabi ko magiging 13% ka at September, July kami nag-usap. Nag-bump siya ng 7 points At September nag-declare siya October
October.
So I think parang pareho. So that was a huge bump.
Oo.
Dito kay Sara, walang bump at all.
Okay. I keep remembering what it was like 2016, di ba? So you had Rojas Robredo, Lenny, and then 2022, Lenny Kiko, di ba? Pero both times, I'm so sorry to say, pumalpak ang opposition, di ba? Hindi nyo na panalunan eh.
Yeah.
And this could be a third time. Para bang the lessons that should have been learned in 2016, hindi siya natutunan. Kaya 2022 nangyari. Baka ito na naman tayo
But
sa
there's a lesson learned
2028.
right now. In fact, Barry has been talking about coalition.
Yeah. Well,
Coalition with the administration.
Not necessarily. Pero kailangang magkaroon ng outreach dun sa mga non-Duterte forces.
Yeah.
So,
There's a huge block, no?
yeah.
Na hindi nakaalam.
Kasi ako, if one key takeaway of 2022, apart from decide early, which I think is really
Basic.
diba? One of the things talaga doon, when you declare October, it's really difficult. There's really a lot of ground to catch up on within a very, very small time frame. So I think that really hurt us. But the other thing is, you can't be on the losing side of a consolidation. Remember, di ba, si VP Lenny declared October 7. At that point, wala pang uniteam, so-called. Di ba? Ang idea pa noon, tatakbo si Bongbong Marcos, tatakbo si Sara Duterte on separate slates.
Yeah.
But then, possibly, also in response dun sa naging outflowing of popular support when Lenny declared, they decided to take the safer path and consolidate. And,
Yeah.
I think that really played a huge role in securing yung victory for them. So, this time around, you don't want to be on the losing side of a consolidation. You want to be the one consolidating with other forces.
Yeah.
And then I think that's quite possible ngayon. Kasi madaming ibang grupo who are also not too thrilled about the idea of having Sara Duterte as president. So that should be thoroughly explored.
Okay. There was one more thing I noticed about yung mga opposition standard bearers noong 2016. Okay. So Mar and Lenny, 2022, Lenny, Kiko. Parang there was always that. And I think I told you this, diba, before, Edwin, na parang we're superior. Kami lang yung tuwid na daan. Kami lang yung mabait. Kami lang yung mabuting tao. Parang ganon. So para bang exclusive or parang hindi na untouchable eh. Para bang ang taas-taas namin. Kami lang yung may integrity. May ganon. May ganong factor.
Ganun ba?
Yeah. And a lot of people would say na, and that's also one reason kung bakit natalo.
I think
diba?
that more than that, Grace decided to run.
At 2016.
I really,
Okay.
because he fractured the yellow votes eh. I told Mar, let's talk to Grace at that point. And so there was a serious discussion of making Grace our vice president because the whole idea of good governance, and I've been telling this, that reforms according
Take
to
a while,
Report,
yeah,
reforms at the very least take 10 years to take root.
Yeah.
So we only have 6 years of one presidency. So you need to have at least a minimum of 2,
Yeah.
better if 3. So the idea was, si Noy, si Mar, at that time, if Grace agreed to become vice president, she would have been the third candidate for president. And umayaw siya, so we got Lenny.
Yeah.
But the whole idea was, during the 2016 vote, Grace was convinced by someone else, no, your numbers are high. Why submit to
Sino yung someone else?
Ayoko na sabihin, medyo may problema siya. Mas malaki problema niya ngayon. So,
Malaki problema niya ngayon.
so
That's true.
but the whole idea is, had Grace been humble enough to say, I'm still young, I can learn from Noy and
Yeah.
Mar,
And I can run in 2022.
then
Yeah.
we would have solidified the yellow votes.
Oh.
That's
But
the problem. It
but I
fractured
remember
it.
2016. So Monday election, Friday, may tumawag sa akin, magpapa-interview si presidente sa'yo. Meron siyang gustong gawin. Hahabulin niya yung, di ba, at that time, it was Digong, number 1, tas number 2, Grace,
Yes.
Mar,
Binay.
Binay? Or is it Mar, Grace, Binay, ganon?
Hindi,
And then,
Grace pa nung una.
Grace pa, di ba? And then, ang gusto ni Noy was mag-giveaway si Grace and Binay to Mar. Parang ganon. Parang consolidate. But that was Friday. Nagpa-interview siya Friday. Hinahabol pa niya. Tapos syempre, it didn't happen.
Hindi na kaya, no?
Yeah.
By that time. In fact, I remember there were discussions of convincing Grace to, kasi at that point, mas lamang na si Mar eh.
Tapos nag-press con si Mar. Di ba yun yung Grace, mag-usap tayo. Yun yun.
So, but siya ang spokesperson, by the way, nung campaign. I got
Ni Mar?
Barry. Yes, he was a part of this.
Talaga.
Mahaba
The insiders.
So, but talagang, more than, we've heard about masyadong tingin nila elitist and all that, but hindi, it's really, it's a question of numbers. Kung hindi bumiyak si Grace, sana, I'd hope that she would have been, she decided to join forces.
Yeah.
Sayang. That's really the one reason why Mark could have been president at that point. And it would have been a different path that we're taking right now.
Yeah.
Continuous path to
Yeah,
progress.
yeah. Well, kung numbers, let's say if it's Risa or Bam or who else, no? Let's say
Kiko
Mar.
Pangilinan, I
Kiko, Mar, or whoever, di ba? Have you looked at their numbers and seen, sino ba ang malakas sa CDE?
In 2016,
For 2028?
wala pa ikaw, mas alam mo,
Or
You
based
look
on
at the
what's happened
numbers,
before?
at least yung midterm, you were following the midterms.
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
Kasi
May appeal ba sila sa masa, yung mga kandidato?
nakakakuha sila ng boto for the Senate. But then the Senate is a different game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, ang problema mo kasi ngayon dyan, the surveys right now don't really, yung numbers sila sa survey, sad to say, kasi si Lenny pa rin ang mataas eh, don't really allow for a high degree of digging that deep na ano percent yan CDE. Kasi when you're polling at 3%, diba?
Yeah,
Parang ang
okay.
hirap patanungin, doon sa
Oo.
3% tayo, ilan yun dyan yung CDE?
Oo. Okay. Hindi, ganito na lang. yung impression sa inyo, ikaw Barry, tingin mo may appeal ba yung mga kandidato nyo sa CDE, sa masa?
Tingin ko.
Meron?
Tingin ko.
I will tell you, we've gotten some FGDs done by a candidate that I'm supporting. And but the thing is, we were focused on the biggest, ano yung voting block na malaki? The Gen Z and, ano yung
Millennials.
Millennials, Gen Z and Millennials, and CD. But we're surveying that because that was the biggest, malakas ang traction ng kandidato. This is an FGD, ha?
Yeah.
This is qualitative. So the question now is, how do you translate the qualitative and make it bring up the numbers?
Yeah.
With the exit of Lenny, now we can have a clear understanding of how do we push the candidate up.
Oh. Ano ba yung magiging parang theme or slogan ng kampanya? I mean, whoever it is. Kasi, I mean, this early pa, no, is it good governance? Is it anti-corruption? Is it, di ba? What is it? What is, di ba? Because it has to be something that can capture the imagination.
It's not going to be good governance, the general.
Because it's not.
Diba? Yun.
Because it's not going to work, di ba?
Believe to kay Ma'am Dami.
Dani, sino?
Ma'am Dani.
Dani?
Affordability.
Ma'am
Dani.
Dani.
Ma'am Dani sa New York.
Zoran.
Zora, the New York City mayor. Okay.
Yeah, pero it might be corruption, or at least it might be partially corruption, given yung how prominent yung issue ng flood control and corruption more generally has become in the last few months. Kasi as of now, for the first time in 10 years, top 3 issue ang corruption.
Yeah.
So could be that, di ba? Pero ako kasi it's less about the actual issue eh.
Yeah.
It's more about
The candidate?
Oo eh. So paano mapapakilala yung kandidato? Yung, kasi lalo na in a presidential election, very personal eh, 'di ba? Hindi naman titingnan kung ano yung posisyon niya sa mga issues eh. Ang titingnan sino ba 'to? 'Di ba? Yun. Ba't kami maniniwala dito?
A
So,
presidential
yun.
campaign is I've always described is different from a senatorial campaign because a presidential campaign is always an aspirational campaign. The question to the voter to the candidate is saan mo kami dadalhin sa susunod na 6 na taon? So that's why there's always a discussion of I'm bringing to what was Alan, I'm bringing to become the next Singapore. Or si Duterte was drug-free. So it has to be something that the Filipino will see.
What can
What
we
difference
aspire
will you-
for? Yeah. What difference can you make?
Aspirational talaga yung
okay.
And the one thing in the 2021 election, 2022 election, you know what the FGD was saying? We caught that, and the idea of pagod na kami sa bangayan ng mga
away.
politiko. Gusto namin magbuklod-buklod. That's why
Unit team.
Unit team.
That's why
We
nag-work
saw
yung
that. We saw
Yeah.
that. I told
Oo.
our friend, ito ang gawin mong kampanya. I don't know why that sina Lenny didn't and I think Barry also agreed on that point, but they didn't adopt the unity.
Unity.
Because it's about pagod na ang tao sa bangayan. Kasi
Yeah.
talagang bangayan naman talaga ng bangayan nun. So they felt, and when you capture that in an FGD, so how do you translate it into a theme? The Marcos Duterte campaign was able to
Yeah.
to translate it to something visual. That windmill thing.
Oo, nung nakita ko yun, insta ko eh.
Bakit?
Gusto kong untog ang ulo ko sa pader. Galing eh.
It was
Ganda
there
eh.
when it came out. In fact, I know who did the ad. A friend of mine did the ad.
Sabihin mo na.
Si Ompong Remio.
Ganda nung ad
okay.
niya. Ganda.
She came out with that ad, with that umagang kay ganda. And I told her straight.
Yeah, and what a song. Reminds me of Mar. 'Di ba? Yun yung theme ni Mar and
But
Corina.
the problem was, they didn't adopt the same, you have the same finding, but why didn't you adopt it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you use that as a
Kulang sa execution.
qualitative kasi yan eh. So,
Yeah.
depende rin sa galing ng campaign manager kung ano ang gagamit. I mean, without naming names, but
Yeah.
talaga
Para everybody knows who
Campaign manager, sino
was.
yun?
we saw the concern of the taong bayan eh. Nakita nila, Marcos, yung team nila, pagod kami sa, when we were talking to my friend, wala, sabi niya, nakita namin, pagod ng tao sa bangayan. Sabi ko, yun rin nakita namin eh. they didn't execute it. They executed it.
And the irony is, sila yung nagbangyan. After not even
Yeah.
2 years.
Oo,
Not even 2 years
Pero,
into the term. They were already at each
so
other's throats.
red green uni team versus pink. 'Di ba? And then I remember the rally sa Pasay,
Oh, the big one.
'di ba? Tapos biglang nag-announcement. And kami sa media, we were all confused. We were baffled. What? Remember yung announcement na no colors, you don't have to come in pink, you can come in any color.
Okay, yeah.
It was very confusing.
It was
What?
too late.
What was that? Parang ganon.
They even changed the logo last
I
minute.
remember that because sabi ko, dapat mag-unity kayo. But they
Oo.
decided to do unity last
Diba,
March.
yung
month.
interpretation nila ng unity is, sige, hindi na lang kami pink, so lahat tayo. Pero but it didn't fly. People didn't get it eh. Diba? Oh, anyway.
Well, those are the lessons.
Well,
of
yeah,
history.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
I no longer have to explain those things.
Anyway, sige. Naka 50 minutes na tayo.
Talaga?
Okay. Oo.
Oo nga, no?
Time fly. Ano yun? Time flies.
Hindi, pero
Okay, we're going to-
But,
oo.
you know, between, you know, ang kampanya mo, if you want to be effective talaga, it's dalawa lang ang basic thing.
Oo.
Ituloy or change. Change is a easier campaign eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pero change sana early on, hindi yung
Yun na nga.
last
yun
2
na nga.
weeks. Parang
But
ganon.
anyway,
Yeah.
those are it depends on the strategies talaga.
Yeah. Okay. Sige, mag-end na tayo. So, I'm going to ask for final words, Nax. From the Honorable Barry Gutierrez.
The
first,
Honorable Ed
and the
Lacerda,
Honorable
this
Ed
Honorable Barry
Lacerda.
Gutierrez.
What about?
Diba? Tapos mamaya na yung joke. Mamaya
Wala
na yung joke.
akong joke.
Oo. And then
Wala nang final words.
you will plug your podcast later. O sige. O Barry.
Ako?
Ikaw muna, oh.
Una, I think that 2028 is really, lagi na lang eh. Pero quite honestly, this is going to be a really decisive election. It will, we've seen what a bad president leads to in terms of standard of living, in terms of our capacity for progress moving forward. And quite honestly, di ba, we've had 2 bad presidents successively. I don't think we can afford another one. Diba? And and all apologies sa mga fans ni VP Sara. I don't think that she's going to be an improvement. In fact, I fear she's going to be a lot worse. Diba? So dalawa. So, you know, it's really important na I acknowledge kami sa opposition, for want of a better word. Hindi ko naman alam paano describe tayo. You know, need to get our act together. But that said, kailangan ding ma-internalize ng mas madami sa ating mga kababayan na when you vote, you're voting for your future. Diba? And I only hope na there will be sufficient time to actually rally around the candidate that can, you know, honestly offer something better for 2028 and beyond.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Barry Gutierrez. O ngayon si Malacanang naman.
You know, the reason why the first Duterte administration really put a black mark on our country.
Yeah, wow, the first
Inter-
Duterte administration, so there will be a second.
It really just whenever when I was abroad, they would ask me what's happening to your country. You know, it's the war on drugs has created so much misery among our poor people, and you know we started off. We gave them a good economy. There was so much money in the public coffers. It was all gone in number 6 years. I don't want another Duterte administration. This administration that we are in was not something that we expected. Remember, we were campaigning against tulad ng unang Marcos administration. Serendipitously, it didn't turn out that way. Unfortunately, there were some people in this government that decided to take advantage of the flood control, which is now putting a mark on this administration. We're tired of corruption already. And we can't have someone who's... I like the way Barry described Vice President Sara Duterte, which I cannot repeat because it's so... You have to let him describe her. But I don't want to have another a Sara Duterte as a president because fundamentally, from where I'm coming from where I was in government, the essential elements of good governance are not there. Because she herself does not express that, does not live it out. And all these scandals happening right now are just examples of why I do not want her to be the president of the country. So what we need now is really someone who's willing to take up the slack and say that I'm willing to do that. And I think from the opposition side, we have very good candidates to do that. And we need to also understand that, the thing that Thomas Jefferson said is,
Yan.
an enlightened electorate is a prerequisite to democracy. We cannot be at the mercy of fake news and disinformation. And that's why I like what Barry was always saying. Dapat mapanuri tayo. May Tagalog is bad, but I like his.
Tama yun.
Dapat maging mapanuri tayo. We have to be very, very critical of the information that we get so that we can choose the right candidate, the right president in the year 2028. And that's my hope and prayer for the country.
Napakaseryoso. Maraming
Joke lang.
salamat.
Kaya, now you know why he's honorable. Kasi,
So, we will end with a joke.
Sige. Luman joke na din yan.
sige.
Use five beds, one camel, one lion in a song.
What? 5 beds, 1 camera,
5 beds,
Five
one
beds?
camel,
1 camel.
one lion in a song. Panahon mo yan.
What? 80s? 80s? What?
Oh, 80s yan.
What kind of a song?
Song, music, song.
No, I mean,
naalala ko na. Okay.
sirit na, sirit. O,
Sirit?
alam ba ng mga bata kung anong ibig sabihin
Ladies
ng
and
sirit?
gentlemen, Miss Pia Ontiveros.
Oh.
Kama, kamelion.
Oh my God, Barry. Barry, is this what you...
Yeah.
Yes, suffer my jokes.
Okay, I'll send you some jokes.
I hope, please do. Diba?
Okay. I mean,
Because ako feeling ko, we can't really get any worse, diba? So, anything is going
I like it when Barry talagang laughs at this because more often than not, he's calm.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much sa kwentuhan. Edwin Lacerda. Professor ba?
Hindi,
Doctor.
no longer, law professor.
Attorney Edwin Lacerda. Professor, the honorable,
And future
former
senator.
honorable banker. Aha, tatakbo
Not at
ka.
1%.
Tatakbo ka. Oh,
Oh, 1%.
nagpa-survey siya.
Hindi,
Sinama kami dalawa.
Sinama kayo. Ay, hindi ka Edwin, Erwin.
Oo nga, okay.
Sinama kami dalawa. Sorry, si Erwin nga.
Okay.
pala.
Erwin. Oo.
Diba? Oh, short lang ang podcast.
Teka, 1% siya ikaw?
1% kami
din.
pareho.
Okay. O de, equal chance kayo.
Ay, wala akong
Yeah.
plano.
Anyway, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here in Let's Talk. And I was going to say, come back, ha?
Anytime.
With new jokes.
Better ones.
Yeah. Thank you. Maraming
Thank you,
salamat.
Pia.
Thank you.
Thank you.